up in district standings, guys, and just an important ball an important win if you can get it because of what it means about how you're playing.
And we were just talking about it, Will and I both. I mean, they got some size, they got some length down low. They got about 6'6", 6'4", a couple of 6'2" cats as well. So when you play these longer and athletic teams from the Springfield area and all that kind of stuff, and it gets exciting. And as you said, it's district implications. So whether they win here or lose here, they may see these guys up there in Willard again, and that'd be fun as well. And I know that'd be fun for Coach Horn to get a little bit of revenge. But it's just going to be a good game for guys like Riggs and Holden, Johnson, and some of those younger forwards as well to kind of get a little physical here tonight and see how much the refs let you play and really go get those hustle and energy points that Will always talks about, diving on the ground, stealing the ball, getting those tough rebounds tonight.
And we'll go ahead and take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll come back and hear from head coach Jason Horn after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KDO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized, and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Crowder College, your future, our focus. At Crowder College, we have 6 convenient locations in Southwest Missouri and online programs to fit your needs. Flexible scheduling provides a pathway to a career or the opportunity to transfer to a 4-year university in a variety of programs. Cheer for the Rough Riders at athletic events. Use the Missouri A+ Scholarship Program for free tuition and common fees. At Crowder College, your future is our focus. Apply today at crowder.edu.
And good evening, Cardinal fans. Welcome to tonight's Coaches Show. Scott Boudreau along with the head coach, Jason Horn, as the Cardinals set to entertain the Parkview Vikings here at home tonight. And, Coach, good win for you last week, and you get right back after it with just a couple days rest. What's the attitude going into this ball game?
Well, we've had a good week. I think our kids are excited. They know what's at stake in this game. This is a district opponent as well as a conference opponent, so it has the opportunity to put you in the top 3 seeds in the district if you can get a win, and it also gives you a chance to stay in the hunt to win the west side of the conference. So they're looking forward to the game. They've had, a really good day of practice yesterday with things being bumped up. Their preparation was really good, and I like where they're at right now.
One thing I haven't asked you all year, you have a great bench of assistants. Talk about the different roles those guys help you with and just the roles they play with the players' development as well.
Well, any good program, and number one, it starts with players, but then two, it's the staff you have around the head coach. And I'm very fortunate with the guys we have. We start with Coach Shrigley. He has a lot of roles on this team. He wears a lot of different hats. He does a tremendous job helping with scouting, player tendencies. He runs all of our social media for our program, and he's someone that I can lean on that's been a head coach for advice during the course of a game, and someone I can go to, and he'll see things through a different lens. Coach Sam's maybe one of the hardest working coaches I've honestly ever been around. He oversees our youth program. He handles all of our baseline out of bounds scouting, does a great job with our post player development, spends countless hours in this gym and in this office, and he's had a big hand in where our program has been and where it will be going in the next few years. And then Alex Pickett and Colton McKee, played here. They love being a Cardinal. They're all about this program and this school. We actually just hired them to be junior high coaches this year. Alex, the head 8th grade coach, and Colton, the assistant on the 7th grade team. Both of those guys have done a tremendous job of player development, and they're great in practice. They do a good job. Both of those guys tend to help me with the varsity side of practice. McKee will float down to the freshmen at times, but they do a great job giving the kids encouragement when it's needed. Maybe on a day where they've been coached really hard and not feeling the best, those two are right there to pick them up, and they've been through those tough practices and can tell them, hey, this is why coach is doing this, or this is what's going to happen if you can perform this way. So they're a different set of eyes, and both work tremendously hard, and just lucky to have them.
Coach, tell me about the Parkview Vikings. What are their tendencies and what do they like to do?
Well, they're going to be a load. They're very athletic. They're going to get downhill. They want to get to the basket. They do a good job playing out of pick and rolls. They've got good size. They're 6'6" and 6'4". In the front court, so they'll present some matchup problems for us. They're starting to play better. They went through a stretch like we did where they had a couple of tough losses, but it looks like they're coming out of that. They had a really good game with Central on Friday night. They lost in double overtime, but that was a big rivalry game, and certainly they're one of the best teams in the district. No matter what happens in this game, they're one of the teams that at the start of the year people would have said have a chance to win this district and make a deep run.
Finally, Coach, what are the keys to victory for the Cardinals tonight?
Well, we've got to take care of the basketball. We want to limit their transition points, and we've got to do that by taking good shots, going to meet the ball when it's passed to us, and we've got to do a good job of rebounding the basketball. We don't want to give them second chances. We spent a lot of time yesterday working on our blockouts and where we're going to rotate two out of our zone defense to get to those blockouts. If we can limit their rebounding opportunities and keep them out of transition, I think we have a chance to, come out of here with a win.
Coach, good luck tonight's ball game. We'll talk to you at halftime and after the game.
Thank you.
mssu.edu/Moso Merit. And here's Dimitri Lloyd and Will Hedrick with those keys to winning.
My first key tonight is to stay out of foul trouble. I mean, from top to bottom, this team's athletic. They all have experience, and they're starting to pick it up. They're playing hot. As you said, they've beat about probably the same teams that Webb City's beat, and they're athletic enough, they're fast enough, they're physical enough that they can keep up and they can run with anybody here in the COC. Will?
Yeah, and kind of going off of that, they got to clean up the unnecessary fouls. A lot of times, some 2 or 3 of the fouls that these guys pick up are just those silly reach-in fouls, down underneath their own basket that don't mean anything. And, also giving up a couple technical fouls we've seen recently hanging up on the rim. Those need to get eliminated. And then secondly, we talked about it, rebounding is going to be a big point in this game for the Cardinals. They got to be aggressive, but once again, can't be too aggressive. We don't know exactly how the refs are going to call it just yet, so we'll find out as the game goes on how aggressive they can be, but definitely can't be overly aggressive.
Well, the Parkview Vikings come in with a 2-0 record in the COC West. Cardinals 2-1 in the COC West. Both teams are 3-2 against district opponents, and that's why this game matters so much, because the loser will be 3-3 against district opponents, the winner 4-2. 5 of the 8 teams are currently bunched together with win totals between 10 and 12 games, making a case for who's going to get that top seed. We'll tell you that this date in history, back in 2015, Tyson Roderick led all scores with 12 points as Webb City outlasted Carthage 44-39 in a low-scoring affair. Cade Roy added 8. And then John Vandergrift led a well-balanced Webb City scoring attack with 18 points as the Cardinals down Seneca 54-33 in 1970. Larry Snyder and Roger Morton chipped in with 12 apiece. On this date, since 1982, the Cardinals are 6-5. And if I may, guys, a point of privilege here. It's a late wish, but my mom, 90th birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Marge Boudreau. And proud to call her my mom, and love you, Mom, and hope to spend many more good years with you. She's certainly been a great influence on my life. Now the starting lineups for the Parkview Vikings. It'll be a 5'10 sophomore, Ethan Fernandez. A 6'1 senior, Christian Cordova. A 5'8 senior, Carlitos Sanchez. A 6'4 senior, Desaya Green. And a 6'6 senior, Eli Govan. The head coach of the Parkview Vikings is Jack Simpson, assisted by Javaz Patergiel and Graham Nicholson, Ian Cochran, Zachy Stepp, and Joe Decker. Their managers, Jaden Bullock, Finn Baker, and Jack Baker. Now the starting lineups for your Webb City Cardinals. A 6-foot junior, Trey Turner. A 6-foot junior, Slade Hurd. A 6-foot senior, Eli Pace. 6-foot senior, Holton Keith. And a 6'2 sophomore, Mason Young. The head coach is Jason Horn. He's assisted by Jacob Strigley, Mackenzie Sams, Alex Pickett, and Colton McKee. Their managers, Jasmine Sanchez-Travis, Hayden Johnson, Stella Collard, Daisy Pitsley, Emmy Bulger, Jaden Underwood, and Riley Thomas. Our referees for tonight, Mike Denbo, Jody Cavness, and Aiden Ponce. They're ready at center circle. It'll be Holton Keith to jump center against Eli Govan, and Cardinals win the tip. Eli Pace with the basketball.
The Vikings got coming out in a straight man-to-man look, a little bit of deny, so it's going to be important tonight that the guard plays on a good roll.
Downhill goes Trey Turner, kicks it out to Holton Keith for 3. His shot missing. Rebound by Govan. Here come the Vikings the other way. See how they handle this trap. There's Govan inside and fouled on the way in. We'll see if they get Hurd, or it will be on Slade Hurd. He's a guy you're going to have to stay in front of. You can tell he can take it off the bounce.
Oh, I think he was about to right there at the power dribble, but if you're coming from that back block, his free throw's first up and good. If you're coming from that back block, don't be afraid to go in and take that charge. I mean, he's looking to dunk, he's looking to fly high, but you get a guy who's 6'6" in high school out the game, you start making them use their depth. I mean, that's good, only good for the Cardinals.
Missing the second free throw. Up the floor to Slade Hurd. Wants a three. Off the mark. And here come the Vikings with it quickly. They get it inside to Green. He was fouled on his attempt. Both teams pushing the ball up the floor.
As you said, Scott, it's going to be fast. It's going to be fun. And as we mentioned earlier, Will and I mean, they got 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". I mean, they got 6'6" out there. So it's going to be a high-flying match tonight. It's going to be fun tonight.
First shot by Green, no good. Slade Hurd checks out, and Holden Johnson checks in for the Cardinals. Second free throw, no good. Rebound, Govan. Inside he goes. Challenged by Holden Keith, and he missed the shot. And Mason Young on a tough offside rebound gets fouled. It'll go back to the Cardinals.
Yeah, that was good right there. I mean, obviously, Coach Horn prefers, statistic-wise, not to get 2-3 offensive rebounds up there, but they got the ball, they secured it, and now it's their ball, and they got some time to work. Only a minute left, and they're only down by 1, so it's time to get the half-court offense going as the Vikings just applying just a little bit of pressure just to speed them up a little bit.
Turner with it. A little matchup zone. There goes Holden Keith down the lane, missing the shot. Govan comes up with it. He'll knocked away by Turner, picked up by Pace. Guarded by Fernandez. Behind his back he goes, down the lane, turns, gets it to Young. Gets it to Holden Keith, who snuck back in bounds. Out to Holden Johnson. Now to Turner, they'll set up the offense. Turner down the lane, spins, left-hand shot, missing. Govan with the rebound. Here comes Green all the way to the cup. Shot up and in. 3-0 Vikings. Here comes Turner. In the corner to Johnson, fakes the three. Down the baseline, back out to Pace. And a foul on the floor. See who picked up the foul. Fernandez on the foul. Baseline out of bounds for the Cardinals. Pace to throw it in. Back to Pace. Wants to spin inside, up and under, move, it's good. Nice hesitation there. Here comes Cordova with it. Gets it to Sanchez, back to Cordova. Down the lane, they kick it out to Green for three. It's good. Green with 5 of the 6 points for the Vikings early. 6-2, the Vikings lead it.
Scott, while they were warming up, we had just watching Green, and he's a great player. He's going to guard your primary defender, and he's got a good shot on him as well.
Nice screen, nice shot down the lane, but Holden Keith overshot it. Here comes Green again. Inside to Govan. He's challenged at the rim, but puts it in. And a timeout called by the Cardinals. They trail 8-2. We'll take it with you. Back here with more Cardinal basketball on the KNO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome. Cardinals trail 8-2, 5:08 left here in the first quarter. See the aggressiveness of the Vikings here early defensively.
And I was just telling you, Scott, I mean, they're sound. I mean, they're technical, they shuffle, they switch off correctly, and they apply just around a pressure to where it speeds you up a little bit. You can tell they're well coached, and so are the Cardinals. So it's going to be a fun matchup tonight, and we'll see who comes out victorious.
Holden Johnson back to Pace. Cross court to Turner. He saves it into Holden Keith. Down the lane, kicks it to Pace for three. It's good. And Pace gets the Cardinals back within 3, 8-5. In the corner they go to Green. Back up top to Cordova. There's a long three off the mark. Rebound by Johnson. Tried to skip it ahead, but stolen by Sanchez. Now Cordova for three. He misses, and Trey Turner looking to run. And tries to loop a pass. You're not getting that one over Govan, and he puts it in on an easy rim run after the steal. 10-5, the Vikings lead it. Pace all the way up the floor, that time fouled in the open floor. Christian Cordova with the foul. And we'll get a couple substitutions here. As Eason Nash checks in for the Vikings. Young out to Trey Turner. Cross court to Dalton Riggs, who checked in. And he throws it away. Just didn't have his feet set, and so he got off balance and had to throw the wild pass and out of bounds.
They're getting sped up a little bit, Scott. As I said, the pressure's getting to them a little bit, but with teams who are fundamentally sound defensively and they like to play fast and who don't take as many gambles, you got to move the ball quick. But you also got to be, as Will said in the girls' game, the off-ball movement has to be even better as well. You got to be zipping around passes, but you also got to be zipping around off the ball as well.
Cardinals steal it. Holden Johnson comes up with it. Gives it up to Trey Turner. Now to Pace, up ahead. In the lane he goes. Holden Johnson for three from the left wing. No good. And a foul on the rebound as Govan came down with it, but it was fouled by Mason Young. And Coach Jason Horn telling his guys a couple of pointers along the way here. Cardinals back in their 1-2-2 trap. Sanchez. Now cross court they come. Inside and back out to Sanchez. And they had Nash trapped there for a moment till they commit the foul.
And Scott, they got him for a blocking foul, so you got to know kind of your group of refs, how they like to call the plays and how they like to call the fouls, and you can't put your hips into it.
Hiley throws it into Sanchez. Now they come over in the corner to Govan, and he's going to say he walked as he tried to get down the baseline that time. And the Vikings will go into their pressure package. Cardinals trail 10-5. 2:45 left here in the first. Hiley guarding Pace. Beats him up the floor. Challenges him. Puts it in. Oh, they're going to say on the floor?
I believe
yes,
so,
they
Scott.
will. You can see the contact start early there. The big Cardinals ball. Baseline out of bounds here as Pace calls out the lob to Holton Keith. He misses the easy putback that time off the lob. Hiley trapped. Inside to go to Govan. Mason Young challenging. Blocked by Holton Keith. Saved by Pace for a moment, but he stepped on the sideline.
A great hustle by both of them and great timing by Keith as well. I mean, we've seen Keith. I mean, he hasn't lost a jump ball in the home dome in a while. I mean, his timing is great. He's not the tallest guy, but he's one of the most athletic ones on the court, and he proves it each game.
Sanchez trapped. Cross court they come. Govan back to Sanchez. Top of the key for three. It's good. That time by Nash. 13-5. The Cardinals struggling to score here in the first quarter with 2 minutes left. Pace with all 5 points for the Cardinals. They've had some good looks inside. On the weave is Turner, inside to Mason Young, and he nearly lost it. Holden Johnson picked it up, and Turner will reset. Top of the key to Holton Keith. They're trying to drag Govan out of there, but Mason Young posting up against Nash. He'll challenge him, puts up the shot, he's fouled. That's what they got to do. If you look at whoever Govan's guarding, that man has to be pulled out of the paint a little bit, allow some operating room like we just saw for Young.
100%. And if you can switch someone like Govan onto a shooter as well, so they have to respect it, as Young's first shot's no good. If you can bring a shooter out there who can draw him out there, or someone who can take him off the dribble, that's even better. But they got to set up more ball screens and off-ball screens as well. They got to be able to set some more just on the ball, just working togetherness. The one-on-one stuff is not going to work tonight.
Cordova checks back in. And here comes Sanchez with it. Trapped for a moment. They kick it out to Nash for another three. Short, rebound Holden Johnson. Pace will bring it up the floor. Just over a minute to go here, trailing 13-5 are the Cardinals. To Turner now. Holden Johnson down the baseline, fouled. And Carlitos Sanchez called for the foul.
And Scott, I don't know if you noticed, but the Vikings slipped into a 2-3 zone right there. They slipped into it real quick, real steadily. They backed off the pressure in the front court. So defensively, they're playing well, and you can tell that's what drives them and drives their offense as well.
Dalton Riggs checks in as Mason Young checks out. Holden Johnson missing the first free throw. Cardinals' second one just rolls out that time. Here comes Sanchez with it. Cross court to Nash. Now to Green. Back to Nash. Govan out of there right now. Cardinals don't have the size disadvantage. There's Nash. And a little challenge there, but no call. Sanchez down the lane and nearly stolen by Turner, but picked up, and they kick it back around for three. That time, no good. Good defensive possession for the Cardinals. Cordova missing the three there. Pace to Holton Keith for three. It's good. 13-8, 15 seconds left here in the first. The Cardinals trail by 5. Here comes Sanchez with it. He was trapped but fouled.
And that's 2 on Pace, Scott.
Those are not the early fouls you want to see if you're the Cardinals coaching staff. Fernandez, rather, not Sanchez. Fernandez at the free throw line now. 5 team fouls on both ball clubs. Fernandez makes the first.
It's one of the biggest things we mentioned earlier. He got him again for the hips and the legs and kind of a little bit of the tripping aspect. But you saw Pace is not one to back down from the physical aspect of it. They're letting you give your chest a little bit. As long as you're vertical, as long as you're in that safe spot, you can give them a little chest, give them a little shoulder, but they're going to get you on the hips and extending your leg as well.
Second free throw good. Holden Johnson lost it. Boy, you can make that first pass, but whoever's receiving that pass has got to know there's a trapper or a defender coming immediately.
It's similar to football, Scott. When you're trying to throw within a zone as a quarterback, either I got to back shoulder you, I got to throw you low to the ground so you can possession catch it. You just got to know that there's going to always be someone in front of you. I mean, there's 10 of y'all on the court at once.
Cardinals with a late shot by Turner, no good. At the end of one, it's the Parkview Vikings 14, and Webb City Cardinals 8. Back with second quarter action after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Who Hot Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Who Hot's mouth-watering signature sauces. Who Hot Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome here at Webb City High School. Scott Boudreau along with Dimitri Lloyd and Will Hedrick. Daniel Moore back at our studios. Cardinals trail 14-8 after one. Adjustments you want to see going into second quarter, Will?
I think we need to be a little bit better at the free throw line, first of all. I think we've shot 4, and I think we've missed all 4. So, I mean, that's a difference between right now we're a 2-point game, so got to clean up the free throw line. Also, defensively, we just gotta be maybe a little bit smarter with the fouls. First of all, pace, of course, with 2, nobody else on the court has any, but still got to be smart with the fouls going forward.
And Will, to your point, defensively, they got to be able to communicate. It's the same kind of issue they started with when they're at home 2 games ago. The backside of this zone has to be able to communicate. Whether a team that plays off momentum and energy and plays fast and defense is their motive, they're going to play fast. You got to stay in control, and the way you can stay in control is through communication.
Green gets another easy layup. He's got 7 of the 16 for the Vikings. Holton Keith against the 2-3 zone of the Vikings now. Dalton Riggs on the weave is Turner. Back to pace, fakes the shot, gets down the lane, challenges, shot no good. And here come the Vikings the other way. Sanchez pushes ahead to Fernandez. And a carry called on Fernandez. It'll go back to the Cardinals.
And another big thing, Scott, is when they force these turnovers, when they get these transition and these rebounds off of a couple shots, they got to be able to score. They got to be able to be effective. I mean, they're only down 8. They got 7 minutes left in the second quarter, but they can't score less than 10 points in this quarter and expect to win the rest of the second half.
Pace. On the weave is Holton Keith. Puts up a floater in the lane, no good. He's made 1 3, but missed some other shots he'll normally make. Mason Young with a great hustle play at midcourt. And he's got some floor burns already. That's at least 3 times been on the floor.
I mean, that's his role. That's his job. He's the one that's going to dive. He's going to go get those hard nose or blue collar points and energy points for you. So a guy like Young is a perfect
Fernandez
team.
with a Euro step down the lane for an easy 2. Cardinals are letting that right side wide open. 18-8, the Vikings lead it. Holton Keith to Turner. He's got to get a shot up too. You kick it out to Riggs. And a push that time by Carlitos Sanchez. Yeah, I don't think you're going to beat these guys on your first move or first step. You've got to counter what they're doing and then pass your way out of it at times, I believe. They're swing it around.
They're laterally quick. They're aggressive, and they're, like I said, they're always in the right spot, and they switch off together. They play well together. They play like Holton and Pace together as well.
Holton Keith wants to get down the lane and finishes with the left hand. That may get him going. 18-10, the Cardinals trail. Sanchez picks up the loose ball, finds Govan inside for an easy 2. He's been caught in the air 3 times now that I've counted. He somehow finds a teammate every time. There's another flying hook by Holton Keith, no good. Sanchez the other way, blocked by the Cardinals, and either Holden Johnson or Trey Turner are going to get called for the foul.
Look at Trey Turner on that one. And that one, I mean, you got to know where your defender is. If you're Trey and you want to set up that maybe that chase down block that we see a lot in the NBA, you got to be able to either fly by or change the shot. And that's what he did off the Euro step, but you can't get aggressive. You got to trust your teammate's going to get there and trust that the help's going to be there. Because that's been the issue in the front court as well, is the help has not been there from the trap and from the zone, and so they're not able to find those dead zones in the court.
Second free throw good, 22-10. Vikings lead the Cardinals, 5:42 left here in the first half. Nash checks back in for the Vikings. He hit a 3 in the first quarter. And Coach Horn calls out the play for the Cardinals. They'll set up a high post with Young. Now Pace waiting for the activity. On the weave is Holton Keith. Now to Turner. All the way down to the cup. Missed the shot. Kick it out to Pace for 3. And no good. Rebound Govan, but fouled by Turner.
They're daring them to shoot, Scott. I mean, they're going under the screens, they're going under the slips, and more importantly, I mean, that one they left Pace wide open, and Pace about a 30% three-point shooter. So basically the Vikings are saying, if you're not going to beat us from the arc, we know you can't beat us off the dribble. What are you going to do now? And that's got to be the biggest adjustment as they got about 5 minutes left in this second quarter.
Sanchez checked back in. Cardinals in a 2-3 zone look now. Trying to cut off the inside play of the Cardinals, or of the Vikings rather. Sanchez gets it to Nash. He tried to pull the trigger. Cross court to Fernandez, knocked away as they tried to make an entry pass to Green that time. Good defense by the Cardinals.
They were patient. They didn't get sped up. They were in control. But more importantly, they communicated well, and they just flowed together well. That time, the trap was in the right spot. They got them on the wing, and they sped up the offense, and now it's time to go score. I mean, 4:40 left. You're down 12. I mean, it's time to get some points going. It's time to get some shots up, more importantly, as well.
Cordova checked in for the Vikings. Turner in the corner to Holden Johnson for three. No good. Cardinals cold from the outside so far. Sanchez in a blur down the court to Nash for three. It's good. 25-10, the Cardinals trail. Holton Keith now to Turner on the weave. Back to Holton Keith. Shot, and he was fouled on the reach that time. That may be the third foul on Sanchez, which would be a break for the Cardinals because he's been a pest on the offensive end. Yeah, you could see the mini grab. Coach Simpson asking Mike Denbo about it right now. Fernandez will check back in for Sanchez. But you kind of know now, off the bench, Nash is a shooter. You know Green is a penetrator. You know Govin's going to be in the post. Start to put all that together now if you're the Cardinals. Second free throw good, 25-11. Cardinals trail. 4 minutes left here in the first half. Fernandez to Nash for another three. It's good. That's his third three of the game. 28-11. Vikings lead it. Pace trying to get inside, has it knocked away. And I think that's the one move that's probably dangerous tonight. On the dribble drive offense, I don't think you can turn your back to this defense.
Oh, no, sir. And as I said, I mean, they play so well together that they know when to switch, they know when to reach in. But that time they got caught for the poke. But multiple times we've seen a couple spins, we've seen a couple crossovers, but they're just not working tonight. I mean, this team's athletic, they're long, and they're just in the right space for the help.
Hiley checked in. Cardinals lose the ball on the inbounds, but Turner gets it back. He wants to challenge Govin now to Jackson Adams, who checked in. Maybe get another three-point shooter in there. Turner puts up the elbow jumper, no good. And here comes Hiley with it. Challenged by Pace and cut off there. Fernandez to Nash all the way down the lane. Blocked by Young. Rebound at Pace. Good defensive effort there by the Cardinals.
They were vertical, Scott. They went straight up and down, kept their hands high, and more importantly, they braced their core so they didn't take into that contact and force them to fold.
There's a feed to Holton Keith, and a three by Pace, no good from the corner. Another good look for Pace, just couldn't get it to go. Fernandez. Cordova. Now to Govin, back up top to Fernandez. Now Nash for three. It's good. That's his fourth three of the first half. He's got 12 of the 31 for the Vikings. Holton Keith calls out the play. Gets it to Trey Turner. Now they looked for the backdoor lob. It wasn't there. Adams for three. No good. Cardinals cold from outside. Nash hot as any we've seen here in the first half with 4 for 5 from the three-point line. 31-11, the Vikings lead it. There's Hiley operating inside and puts it in. And a timeout called by the Cardinals. We'll take it with you. Back here in 30 seconds, you're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome. The Parkview Vikings with an explosive first half here, lead at 33-11 with 1:43 left here in the second period, and the Cardinals with just 3 points in this second period after scoring just 8 in the first. Here comes Pace with the basketball. See what the Cardinals can run out of this. Turner on the wing, gets it to Holton Keith. Now back to Turner. He's got an open three if he wants it. Puts it up, no good. And it'll go back to the Vikings. Cardinals are getting some open shots from outside. They're just not knocking them down.
They're getting great looks, like you said. They're just cold. But more importantly, they're picking and choosing when they need to shoot it. They're hesitating when to shot it. We saw Adams had a great shot.
There's Nash for another three. This one's short. Rebound by Holton Keith.
They're just hesitating. But you see Parkview offensively, they're shooting when they have the opportunity, and they're shooting it with confidence as well, make or miss.
Fernandez comes down with it for the Vikings. And this is with their point guard on the bench. Sanchez with 3 fouls. Fernandez fakes the three. Now he'll drag it back outside, inside to Nash. Kick it out to Cordova, and stolen by Turner. Up ahead to Holton Keith. He'll challenge Nash. Put up a wild underneath shot, no good. And a timeout called by the Vikings. We'll take it with you. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
The Webb City Booster Club is proud to support Webb City student athletes. The Booster Club works with parents, community volunteers, and businesses to enrich the experience of Webb City High School athletics. They would like to encourage anyone interested in making an impact on our student athletes to consider joining the Booster Club. If you are an individual, family, or business and would like more information on joining the Boosters, you can stop by the Booster trailer that is at all Cardinal home games, or you can find them on Facebook at Webb City Athletic Booster Club. Webb City Booster Club wishes all their athletes an amazing year. Go Cards!
Some of our sponsors include Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Burple Family Chiropractic, Arvest Wealth Management, Snodgrass Collision Center, Reeves Tire and Automotive, Papa John's Pizza of Webb City, Who Hot Mongolian Grill, Price Family Insurance and Financial Services, and the Big Nickel. Sanchez back in there for the final 30 seconds for the Vikings, and he throws it away. Then stolen back by Nash from Young. Gets it inside to Govan, challenged by Turner, and he was hammered. He'll go to the free throw line for 2 shots. Prolube Maintenance Center, Madison Pet Clinic, Roderick Insurance Agency, Baker Davis Roderick CPAs, some of our other sponsors. Govan. He's got 8 points in this first half as Green checks out. Second free throw good, 35-11. Cardinals have time for 1 shot. Pace with the basketball. There's Holton Keith for 3, in and out, and rolling around. That'll end the half. At the end of the first half, it's the Parkview Vikings 35, your Webb City Cardinals 11. We'll come back with our halftime show after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Singing is my career and my calling, but I'm also a mother of 4.
And as entrepreneurs, we weigh the cost of every decision.
Medical bills are no longer a worry for our family, so I can focus on my calling.
And our family.
Joining Christian Healthcare Ministries was one of the best decisions we ever made. We're the Blair family, and this is our CHM story.
Choose your doctor without network restrictions, all at an affordable price. Enroll anytime at chministries.org/enroll.
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Huhat Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at huhat.com.
Proud to support the Cardinals and serve the Webb City and surrounding areas is Madison Pet Clinic. Located at 1631 South Madison in Webb City, they specialize in pet surgery, wellness exams, and vaccinations. Open Monday through Friday 8 to 5:30 and Saturday 8 to noon. Madison Pet Clinic is a proud supporter of the Webb City Cardinals. 673-2455 or online at madisonpetclinic.com. Go Cardinals!
Price Family Insurance and Financial Services has been caring for clients since 1990 and is still here to take care of all your insurance needs, from auto, home, business, life, and health insurance to group health insurance for businesses, plus financial services. To find out more information, call the dedicated team at Price Family Insurance and Financial Services today at 417-673-8338 or stop by and see them at 100 South Main Street in Webb City. You can also learn more online at pricefamilyinsurance.com. Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Tonight, we're at halftime. Our halftime show brought to you by Freeman Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. Parkview Vikings lead the Cardinals 35-11. And it was a tale of cold shooting and some hot three-point shooting by the Vikings. As we suspected, the Cardinals just 4 for 25 in that first half from two-point range, 2 for 12 from three-point range for just 16% overall. Parkview Vikings 12 for 23 from two-point range and 50% from behind the arc, and rebounding advantage, the other big thing in that first half, and that's something Coach Jason Horn talked about. They had to win, was the rebounding advantage. Right now they trail 20-10. If the Cardinals want to do anything, they're going to have to come out here in this start of the third quarter and try to get it back. But you can't get it back in one possession, Dimitri.
And as I always say, Scott, I mean, there's no basket worth more than 3 points. There's no basket worth 24 points. So what they got to do is they got to come out here and approach it how they do every other game. Their defense and their effort is their trademark, and that's what they got to stick to. That's what they do best, when the trap's at the best, when the pressure's at the best, when just the little things, diving on the floor, getting those breakaway steals, as you was talking about. that is their trademark. That's when they're at their best. But they got to be able to force those. But offensively, they got to be able to turn some of those turnovers into points and get better shots. They can't shoot timid. They're shooting too timid right now. They're shooting just kind of, they're pump faking everything. They're doubting themselves. As you said, they got to have a counter move, but they're doubting the counter as well. They're just not playing confident overall, as we see for Parkview. I mean, Nash is shooting. I mean, he's himself alone. He's about 3 for 5, so he's shooting in his spots, in his areas, and they're all just getting their respective shots as well.
And we'll take a 2-minute timeout here. Come back with more of our second half action after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic. Once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Coach, I don't know if I've seen a tougher start for your ball club. What's your diagnosis just looking at how your guys played in the first half?
Scared of them. We played scared, and it showed.
What's the biggest adjustment you want to see your guys make, offensively or defensively?
Just want to see them compete. Show up and compete one time.
And short and sweet there, guys, the message. And we'll take another 2-minute timeout, come back with second half action after this on the Webb City KNEO Sports Network.
Webb City Sports is sponsored by Nick Myers, certified public accountant, located in Webb City at 2nd and Main, next door to City Hall, offering tax preparation and planning for personal and business taxes. Plus, they offer bookkeeping services and QuickBooks setup and training services. Open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nick Myers CPA at 2nd and Main in Webb City, with offices also in Joplin and Anderson. More information online at nickmyerscpa.com or 417-673-4200.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
KNEO would like to thank the Big Nickel for sponsoring this portion of broadcasting on 91.7 FM. The Big Nickel is an advertising shopper for thousands of different items, from automobiles and livestock to help wanted and real estate. It covers a 70-mile radius in the 4-state area and is available in area businesses each week. Located at 1931 East 20th Street, Suite 103 in Joplin, Missouri. Their telephone number is 417-624-4100.
At ProLube Tire and Auto Center, we know what it means to rely on your vehicle. We race all year and know how to get that extra inch out of every part. Precision, quality, and reliability are not just words to us. It's what we do every day. We know you rely on your vehicle to perform for your family. From oil changes to full-on repairs, ProLube gives you the best racetrack team experience, so you can be worry-free.
ProLube Tire and Auto Center, where we get it right on the road and the track.
And we welcome you back to the Cardinal Dome. Cardinals trail 35-11. That's a lot to ask for to come back from in the second half. But as you heard Coach Horn say, he just wants to see his guys compete a little more. There are too many open shots by the Vikings, and maybe just a little more effort on the other end as well to fight for some extra shots when you're not making them at the rate the Cardinals were not. Pace to Turner. Up against Govan. Through the lane. And now Holton Keith will kick it back to Turner. They want him to challenge inside. Ripped away by Sanchez, and Govan comes up with the loose ball. Sanchez through traffic, gets it to Fernandez, now to Green. Back to Sanchez. He's not shown a propensity to shoot. There's a three from the corner, and Green pushing Pace from behind. Nice box out there.
It's the little things, it's the little details, and that's how you're going to scrap and claw your way back into this deficit right here. I mean, they've got plenty of time, Scott. It's just a matter of who wants it the most, and I guess we're about to see for these next 12 minutes.
Pace. 2-3 zone shown here by the Vikings. They'll match up out of it, though. Then they'll clog that middle. Holton Keith goes downhill against Green. Lost the ball inside, and Sanchez picks it up. Kicks it out to Cordova for three. No good. Mason Young with a rebound. Up ahead to Turner. See if he goes to the other corner. Slade Hurd let the pass go in and out of his hands. There's Green, and a charging foul on Green. Holton Keith stood right in there and took the charge.
I mean, that's got to fire up. One of your leaders is taking a charge, putting his body on the line, and that's got to be the momentum swing right here. And you're in front of your home crowd as well. Whatever you do with the student section, halfway field, I mean, it's got to light you up a little bit. It's got to put a fire under you a little bit.
Holton Keith to Mason Young on the weave. Goes inside, puts up a shot. No good, but he was fouled that time by Cordova. I thought the hesitation dribble really helped him that time. He waited to see if Govan was coming, then continued his march and challenged the defender, Cordova. He'll go to the free throw line. Cardinals need to improve on that 1 for 6 at the free throw line. And there's the first free throw good for Young.
And that little hesitation dribble as well squared him up to the basket. So he's able to draw the foul, take the contact, and he almost made it for the N1 opportunity.
Second free throw off the back iron. Rebound Fernandez. Gets it to Sanchez. He'll get through the Cardinal traffic, feeds it inside to Govan, who missed the layup. Cardinals challenged it. Here comes Holton Keith with it. Now to Turner. Inside hesitation, puts it up, no good. Hiley with the challenge. Good attempt there by Turner. Get it to Hiley in the corner. Trapped, and a timeout called by Coach Simpson for the Vikings. With the score 35-12, 6:04 left in the third. We'll take a timeout with you. Back with more Cardinal basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Papa John's Pizza in Webb City can satisfy your hunger cravings before or after the game. Stop by and pick up one of their specialty pizzas, like the Works, the Meats, or the Barbecue Chicken Bacon. Don't forget to grab a side order of breadsticks or Papa's Wings to top off your order. Papa John's Pizza in Webb City, 417-673-7272, or order online at papajohns.com or through the Papa John's app. Go Cardinals!
Welcome back to Webb City High School. We're at the Cardinal Dome. Cardinals trail 35-12 with 6:04 left here in the third quarter against the Parkview Vikings. Trying to turn around what happened in the first half, and it starts with just pure effort as Parkview throws it away. Govan overthrows Hiley that time in front of the Parkview bench. Cardinals just need a couple possessions in a row where they see the ball go in the basket after shooting 16.5% in that first half. On the weave is Pace. In the corner to Slade Hurd. double team. Back to Turner. Top of the key to Pace. Wants to go downhill. And has it knocked away by Fernandez. Sanchez had it stolen right back. Mason Young picks up the loose ball, gives it to Holton Keith. He'll challenge, and no foul. He missed the layup. Sanchez bringing it up the floor. Gets it to Cordova. And a steal by Pace. Had a look at the three, goes all the way to the cup. He was pushed on the way there. So just a foul on the floor, baseline out of bounds.
They're playing frustrated, and they're not playing team basketball together. The second one person catches it, they're looking to drive, they're looking to get theirs. They need to swing the ball, set each other up with some screens, but more importantly, they got to get Keith back in the high post paint area. That's when he's averaging about 25 points a game.
Turner for three, in and out. Rebound by Fernandez, gets it to Sanchez. On the cut is Hiley, fouled by Young as he came down the baseline. Sanchez knew exactly where he was going to be. Gave him a nice little bounce pass, but Hiley will go to the free throw line. We'll tell you about some of our sponsors, including Missouri Southern State University, Webb City Booster Club, Dairy Queen of Webb City, Express RX in Webb City, Body and Soul Transformation, Nick Myers CPA, and Crowder College. And the hottest guy in the first half is back on the floor. We're talking about Mr. Nash for the Vikings, who went 4 of 6 from the three-point line. Cardinals get it up the floor. Hurd underneath, has to swing it out to Pace for three. No good. Turner with a rebound. Back out to Hurd. In the corner to Young. And knocks it off the shins of Hiley. See what the Cardinals can do. It'll be baseline out of bounds here. Cardinals on a little cross screen. They get it into Pace. All the way through the traffic that time. He challenged Govan and gets the foul. With the outside shot not falling, that's not a bad strategy right now. Just keep attacking the middle.
And the thing about it is the way the Vikings have been playing, they're going to make you earn it. So if you can get past them, which Pace's has been and Keith has been a little bit, go earn them at the free throw line. As Pace's first free throw goes through the bucket, I mean, you got to earn them. And that's how Parkview's been playing. But Webb City, they play physical. They play that fast pace, and now they're in the bonus. So they got to go earn them and chip away at it.
Off the miss, Holton Keith with the rebound. Challenges Green, but missed the shot. Here comes, or Cordova rather challenged that one. Sanchez down the lane to Govan for an easy two. 38-13, the Vikings lead it. Pace, dribbling against Nash, jumper at the elbow, good. And he can get that shot all day if he wants it. There's Nash in the corner for three. It's good. Comes out shooting. Now 5 for 7 in the ball game, and he's got 15 of the 41 for these Vikings. Hurd inside. Kicks it out to Pace. Now to Turner. Holton Keith in the corner, wants to drive the lane, challenge everybody, and slips under for two. Cardinals starting to get a little bit of offensive production now. Just got to shut down these Vikings. There's another two on Nash's assist to Govan. Sanchez nearly stole it. Hurd got it. Fadeaway jumper, no good. Mason Young puts it in. 43-19, and that's competing right there.
100%, and like we said earlier in the first half, that's Young's role on this team, to get in there, go get the loose balls, go get the rebounds, and put up those easy buckets.
And Holton Keith challenges Hiley that time. He'll get called for the foul. Pam Drake of Roderick Insurance Agency is proud to support the Webb City Cardinals. Roderick Insurance Agency has served the area since 1945, located at 108 North Main Street in Webb City, offering insurance plans including auto, home, business, and more from a variety of companies. For more information, call 673-1242 or online at rodrickinsuranceagency.com. Young and Turner check out. Holden Johnson and Dalton Riggs check in for the Cardinals. And they've got to have that same intensity we just saw. And Mike Denbo says a violation by Govan on the free throw. So, Will, another free throw lane violation for you.
Well,
Cardinals favor that time. They trail 43-19. Pace to Johnson for three. In and out. Rebound Holton Keith. Back to Pace for three. And it rattles out. It'll go off. Oh, I thought it went off Nash. They're going to say it went off Holden Johnson. Cardinals had two good looks, though.
And that's what you want to see. They're open looks. They didn't back down from the shot. They shot it immediately. And now the biggest thing is going to go get those second chance points. And that time they did, but now it's time to go get the next one and the next one and kind of keep going away because they're over here. They haven't scored much points, but they got to do it defensively now.
Nash for three. It's short. Picked up by Holton Keith. Trying to get beyond a double team. Gets it up the floor to Pace. Fouled by Fernandez. Coach Simpson not happy that they didn't allow the initial contact. That should be free throws for the Cardinals. That's 5 team fouls. And it will be. Pace to go to the free throw line here. We'll tell you that Snodgrass Collision Center is honored to serve the area and support our local schools located at 1604 East 4th Street in Joplin. They specialize in complete body and frame repair, 4-wheel alignment, and paintless dent repair. Snodgrass Collision Center, 781-7774. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals in tonight's game. Second free throw by Pace, no good. Missed them both. 43-19, Cardinals trail, 2:17 left in the third. Nash with the basketball. He's been their three-point specialist tonight. They get it to Sanchez, the point guard. They get it to Fernandez. Down the lane he goes, knocked away, picked up, and the three by who else? Nash. His 6th three of the night, and that's the only place he makes them from. He's got 18 points, all of them threes. 46-19. In the lane they go to Holton Keith. His turnaround jumper good. 46-21. They get it into Govan. Now to Sanchez for three. It's good. Sanchez with 5 points. 49-21. Cardinals trying to make a run. Now stolen by Nash. Holton Keith tracking him. He misses the layup. They'll get him on a foul. He just read that entry pass that time, Nash did.
I mean, if you got two guys at the high post, I mean, they're just in the same spot. The spacing's not right. Defensively, the spacing's not right. If I'm in working this zone, I got to stay opposite or diagonal of someone as Nash free throw rolls in. Their spacing offensive defensively isn't in the right spot, and that's because their team ball's not going well as well. They're not trusting each other. They're not trusting the process. They're not trusting the game plan as well. And now they're got a little run, got a little momentum up on them, and they got to stick to what they know. They got to stick to the basics and stick to each other as well.
Nash second free throw is good. 51-21. Vikings by 30. Cross court pass and out of bounds by Pace.
And Scott, another thing, if you notice, is Parkview, they've taken Coach Horn's kind of trap in that 1-2-2 in the half court to their advantage as well. They're setting it up perfectly, and that's how they're setting up these turnovers in the half court.
Well, when you're not making shots on the Cardinals' end of things, it's tough to set up your defense. Cardinals will set up in their 1-2-2 trap here, and knocked away by Pace. It'll go back to the Vikings. Sanchez back in, along with Hiley, Govan, Nash. And we'll see who's down there in the corner in a moment. Sanchez ducks under Holton Keith, puts up a runner in the lane. Holt, he misses it, but Govan above the rim that time for the putback. Slade Hurd, three-point shot is short. Up the floor come the Vikings, and a block by Pace. Here comes Holton Keith down the lane. He challenges and puts it in. That was a great block against Duncan that time. Govan gives it to Duncan. He waits for everybody to go by, misses the shot. Hiley with the rebound. The putback is good. Three guys there that time for the defensive rebound. Couldn't come up with it, though.
I mean, they just wanted it a little bit more. I mean, they had 2 shot opportunities. They sped it up, and the ball's in their control. Parkview has all the momentum. They have all the control, and now Webb City's playing on their time, and that's not how Webb's game is. They're the ones who speed people up. They're the one who trap people in the dead zones, and Parkview's just adapted that game and made it theirs tonight.
56-23 after the made free throw. Pace gets it to Holden Johnson, and on the floor, the foul against Johnson, but he'll go to the free throw line. Proudly supporting the Cardinals, Baker Davis Roderick CPAs. BDR provides payroll, bookkeeping, and bill payment services for churches and small businesses. Baker Davis Roderick is located at 920 East 15th Street in Joplin. For more information, call 782-0829 or online at bdrcpas.com. Second free throw for Johnson is good. 56-25. And the throw in will end the third quarter. At the end of 3, it's the Parkview Vikings 56, Webb City Cardinals 25. We'll come back with fourth quarter action after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Cure those school night blues and save money at the same time. That's right! Bring the whole family to Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin every Tuesday from 4 p.m. to close, and kids 10 and under eat free with a purchase of an adult grill meal. Enjoy all you can eat on a selection of fresh vegetables plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome. Cardinals trail the Parkview Vikings 56-25. They trailed 35-11 at the half. You like the 14 points in the quarter by the Cardinals. You don't like the 21 they gave up.
Yeah, they're not backing down, but more importantly, their points are coming off turnovers and fast break and transition points as well. But defensively, they held them to a little bit less than what they have been getting, but it's the three-pointer. I mean, you see Nash, and that's just a testament of this 1-2-2 trap. You always have to stay diagonal of your top wing player.
There's Nash. Down the lane he goes for 2. His first field goal. That was not a three-pointer, but he's leading the way with 22 points. He made a couple of free throws in that third quarter. Slade Hurd kicks it to Holden Johnson for 3. It's good. 58-28. Sanchez with the basketball. On the weave is Cordova. Now back to Nash. They want to set up the play now with Sanchez. Down the lane he goes. And up and under move is good. Wow. Looked like my friend Sonny used to shoot those. Here comes Slade Hurd to Holton Keith. Johnson wanted another 3, turned it down. Man-to-man defense by the Vikings. Down the lane goes Holton Keith. Shot no good. And Govan falls to the floor. They call him for the walk. Good fight that time by Holden Johnson. It'll be back to the Cardinals for baseline out of bounds. Right now we're in the turbo clock with a 60-28 lead for these Vikings. Little wiping up of the slime here by Mike Denbo. Now Colton McKee gonna bring out the official Webb City mop. And it'll be Cardinal basketball baseline out of bounds. They throw it up top to Holton Keith. Now to Pace. Guarded by Nash. Puts up a three. No good. Loose ball. Who wants it? Holton Keith gets it back. Had the shot blocked, but he's fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line. Good persistence that time by the Cardinals underneath. Supporting Webb City Cardinals is Webb City Florist and Greenhouse. They offer flower bouquets for all occasions, birthdays, anniversaries, and funerals. And this last week, Valentine's as well. Find out more about Webb City Florist and Greenhouse. Call 673-3780. Second free throw by Holton Keith is right through there. 60-29, 5:10 left, and a running clock for the Vikings. Govan hands off to Green. His shot from three is good. 63-29. Here comes Holton Keith against Green. Give it up to Adams, who checked in. Now to Pace. And Nash going to get called for the hold as Pace tried to turn the corner. Trey Turner going to check in for Holden Johnson. Fernandez and Hiley check in for Nash. And Cordova for the Vikings. Pace to throw it in to Holton Keith. Now Pace for three. Short. Govan with the rebound and gives it to Sanchez. Gets a screen. Now sets up Fernandez on the weave. Now to Hiley. Cuts through the lane. Challenging Pace. Missed the shot. Govan puts back up and in. He's now got 17 on the night. There's a three by Hurd. Misses everything, and the Vikings coming the other way. Just dominating the offensive end right now. 65-29, getting any shot they want. Govan with another attempted rebound, but Keith came down with it, knocked it away. Sanchez with a pass inside, and an easy two for Hiley. 67-29, the Cardinals trail it. 3:07 left here. The clock continues to run. Third team foul on the Vikings. Duncan set to check back in for the Vikings. You can download the KNEO iPhone or Android phone app at kneo.org. The KNEO iPhone and Android phone apps are sponsored by the Webb City Booster Club. Holton Keith, turn around, left-hand shot in the lane, good. 67-31. Cardinals trail with 2:30 left in the ballgame. Hiley. Handoff to Green. Top of the key to Duncan. Now Sanchez for three. It's good. Sanchez has not looked for his offense most of the night, but he's got 10 now with a pair of threes here in this second half. Holton Keith down the lane, shot up and in. And a foul on Green. 70-35 if they counted the bucket, I believe. Now some more substitutions here as Ashton Nelson will check in for the Vikings. Along with Timothy Lawson. And Turner steals it. Holton Keith puts it up and in. 70-35 with 1:25 left here in the contest. And a foul on Turner. Just the first team foul of the quarter. Here comes some final substitutions for the Cardinals. Jackson Adams in there now.
Scott, if you notice, the Cardinals had 6 on the court, but I don't think a single ref noticed what was going on.
Holland in there as well for the Cardinals. Jacob Stites as well. And the big man in there right now is a man you'll see a lot of later, Rylan Houston. Final 25 seconds. Shot up and in. On a nice baseline drive that time by Mr. Holland. The Vikings can run this one out. Our final score here tonight, Parkview Vikings 70 as they double up the Cardinals 70-35. We'll come back with our post-game show brought to you by Price Family and Insurance and Financial Services and Crowder College. Back in 1 minute. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
Webb City Cardinal fans, did you know there's a local, knowledgeable, friendly pharmacy conveniently located at 101 West Doherty in Webb City? We are Express RX of Webb City. And the best part is we can save you up to 90% on your prescriptions from the big box stores. We make it so easy to switch. Plus, we offer free convenient services such as free delivery, drive-through, and free pill packaging. So come by and make the switch today. And go Cardinals!
Every Sunday from 4 p.m. to close, it's Student Night at Huhat Mongolian Grill in Joplin. Students of any age can bring in your valid student ID and receive 25% off your grill meal. At Huhat Mongolian Grill, you can always enjoy a vast selection of fresh vegetables, plus meats that are grilled perfectly right in front of your eyes with your choice of Huhat's mouth-watering signature sauces. Huhat Mongolian Grill, 1804 South Rangeline Road in Joplin. More information online at huhat.com.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome. The Cardinals fall 70-35 to the Parkview Vikings. A disappointing outcome for the Cardinals tonight, but you know, I don't know if you want to call it cold shooting or how you would exactly describe how this one unfolded, but Parkview showed up in a big way tonight on the road.
And as I said towards the beginning of that fourth quarter, Parkview, in a sense, adapted Webb City's game and just made it their own and took it to their own speed and just made it better. And tonight, as you said, whether it's a cold shooting, but overall it's just they didn't play together. And that's when kind of the leadership gets tested a little bit. That's when kind of the family aspect of sports and team ball gets tested, is when you're down, when things are at the absolute worst. How does the leadership and how does just overall, how does the family aspect stay together? And that's what makes great teams great. So the game's over. The game's in the past. Can't make another three. Can't do anything else. You can't change the final outcome. Now it's time to go into the next game, and now it's time to prove a point. You lost a key game, but that's in the past. It's time to finish out the rest of this season, whether it's at home, whether it's on the road against Ozark, and it's time to go make something happen. It's time to go shock the rest of the CLC conference as well as the district seeding starts to come up in the next couple weekends.
As we await head coach Jason Horn to come have a post-game visit with us, we'll take our post-game brought to you by Price Family Insurance and Financial Services and Crowder College. We'll go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout, come back with more of our post-game after this. You're listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report will provide up-to-the-minute scores and highlights from around the 4 states. With ultimate local coverage from all your favorite teams. The Roper Kia 4-State Sports Report, weeknights at 6 and 10 p.m.
Reeves Tire and Automotive knows cars are how you navigate through your busy lives. Professionals will ensure your car is reliable to get you and your family to your destination. We provide competitive pricing and quality work on tires, wheels, oil changes, brakes, suspensions, alignments, and vehicle maintenance, all necessary to ensure your vehicle is ready to go. Family owned and operated for over 39 years, you will receive friendly, honest service, so get rolling with Reeves Tire in Joplin, Webb City, and Carthage.
Burpo Family Chiropractic is not just a place for adults, but for kids as well. From birth to geriatrics, Dr. Haley Burpo has the skills and knowledge to help patients of any age. Dr. Burpo is committed to taking time with her patients to go above and beyond to find the source of pain. To schedule an appointment, call 417-673-5555. Burpo Family Chiropractic, once a Cardinal, now treating Cardinals. More information in names and numbers.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome. Scott Boudreau along with Dimitri Lloyd and Will Hedrick. Our postgame show brought to you by Price Family Insurance and Financial Services. Cardinals fall here tonight 70-35, and you respect the shooting prowess of a team that shoots it well from three, but Cardinals didn't have the answers they normally would have had on the offensive end either. Big stat in this ball game, and we'll see, is the 30-16 rebounding advantage by the Parkview Vikings, as we're joined by head coach Jason Horn. Coach, sometimes you can't make up for cold shooting in any other way except to try to get stops, and I thought at least in the second half early saw your guys trying to get it to the basket more, and sometimes it was with a little more effort, but they also had answers the other way.
You can't play scared. We played scared to start the game. We got to the basket in the second half, but they weren't playing as hard against us, so that had something to do with it.
It looked like at times guys just weren't as connected as we've seen in some of your previous games. I mean, the whether it was a step slow or a step ahead, I don't know what Parkview was taking away exactly, but they certainly were a team that defensively and offensively just looked connected tonight.
They shot the ball really well. We were as bad as we've been all year on defense. We had guys that were out of rotations in the wrong spots on offense. We did not play off 2 feet. We did not shot fake. We did not pass and cut. We looked like a team there. Not really anyone wanted the ball. The Holton and Eli did a good job of getting to the basket a couple times, but you can't miss that many point-blank shots to start a game, and you've got those other guys that feed off those two, and if it wasn't going for them, then they seem to let down too. And at the same time, the other three on the floor can't expect those two to go play 2-on-5. So it just was a whole lot of bad basketball.
In terms of the physicality, that didn't seem to really play into it in terms of your ability to be aggressive had you wanted to be. I thought the game wasn't called in such a way where, fouls were that proliferate that, you couldn't have had some bumps. And Govan, a tough guard for anybody inside. I thought he just was a monster underneath at times with some of his putbacks.
Yeah, I mean, they were just better at all facets of the game. That's, it just is what it is. I wish we would have, played a little tougher and played with a little more confidence, but it's a growing, learning experience, and all we can do is get back to practice and hope we get a chance to play Friday, and hopefully that we're a lot better.
You got 3 games left, and familiar opponents, all of them. talking about Ozark, who's scheduled to come in here Friday. We'll see whether weather allows all that. And then next week you close with Neosho and Joplin. And main message to your guys going forward, what's the message going forward?
We just have to get better. That's what we told them in there. That's embarrassing, and everybody's embarrassed, and we just got to get back up. Got to play on Friday.
Well, Coach, we appreciate the visit on a tough night and a tough loss here for the Cardinals, and hope to talk to you on Friday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We'll take our final time out here, come back and close things out. You've been listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
If you're a weekend warrior who likes to go, 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 don't let pain put the brakes on your pace. When you need help with an injury that keeps you from moving, you want an orthopedic team with a proven track record. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is nationally recognized and were recently named CareCheck's #1 hospital in the market and top 10% hospital in the state for hip fracture repair. Freeman Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, the experience you need to keep pace with life.
Being a Lion comes with a reputation for excellence. Whether it's in the classroom, on the court, or in the community, Lions are leading the way. With innovative and immersive academic programs, new scholarship opportunities, and a campus committed to the future, now is the perfect time to find your purpose. Find your pride at Missouri Southern State University.
Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City is the place to go before or after the game. Check out their amazing menu of fan-favorite blizzards like Oreo or cookie dough. Happy hour is daily from 2 to 5 p.m. That means everything you can drink from a straw is half price, excluding premium shakes. Don't forget to grab one of their $7 meal deals or their signature stack burgers and top it off with a Misty Slush. The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Webb City, open daily from 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. Proud to support the Webb City Cardinals.
Are you stressed because you don't have enough money or connections to get to where you want to go? Are you frustrated when you see your friends climbing the corporate ladder? Do you have too many bills and not enough income? Well, there is a person who understands exactly what you're going through, and the best part is, he wants to help you. That person is Jesus. Learn more. Call 888-NEED-HIM or chat with us live at needhim.org.
You know, my friend Matt and I have been best buds since the second grade. You see, Matt has lived a pretty rough life. His dad just got up and left when he was 6. His mom got cancer when he was 14. And his girlfriend basically dumped him for no reason. But you know what? There's something different about Matt. You see, he's not mad at the world because of what happened. He goes to church and he says that we weren't made to do this alone. I want what he has. Do you? Call 1-888-NEED-HIM.
So Maggie, just to be clear, this personalized RVest blueprint tells us literally when we can retire with a plan to get there?
Yep. Whoa, that's helpful.
Very helpful.
Retirement planning made easy. RVest Wealth Management. Ready to help.
Welcome back to the Cardinal Dome. One final time, the Cardinals fall 70-35 to the Parkview Vikings tonight, but we'll see what the weather does here in the next few days. Cardinals scheduled to play Ozark here at home on Friday, and then a pair of games next week with Neosho and Joplin. Guys, this might be one of those you just don't even look at the tape, or maybe you look at it and say, here's what we could have done better. But Dimitri and Will, your final thoughts.
It's like you say, you just got to kind of watch it. But in my opinion, I think you watch the tape. I think it's one of those things where you watch it even closer. It's like, that wasn't them. That you don't see, that's not Webb City's game. That's not what you've seen this year, in fact. And even on the games that they have lost, they're not getting blown out like that, and they're not playing together. I mean, this is, Coach Horn said it, this is a team that plays well together. They've been playing well for a while as well. So that family aspect, as I was talking about, it's got to be strong. They got to go into these last 3 games, and they got to blow people out the water. They got to play their game. They got to stick to it, but defensively, they got to pick it up. The effort defensively has to improve.
Yeah, and I agree on, you definitely got to go back and watch film. That's something for football. Coach Rod would always tell us, it doesn't matter if you win by 50, lose by 50, always watch film. Always look at yourself, look at others, see what you can do better, see what you can do to help others do better. Always got to try and do your best to push your game even further. And, like you said, Cardinals, this is one that you want to forget, but you also want to remember. You want to use this game as motivation moving forward and say, remember that game. We're not going to play like that ever again. We're going to go out and we're going to play even harder because of how terrible we felt after that game.
So for Daniel Moore back at our studios, for Will Hedrick, for Dimitri Lloyd, this is Scott Boudreau saying good night from the Cardinal Dome. And we'll join Pathway to Victory with Robert Jeffreth. You've been listening to Cardinal Basketball on the KNEO and Webb City Cardinals Sports Network.
This has been a live production of KNEO Sports. This broadcast may not be reproduced or retransmitted without the express written consent of KNEO Sports Network. This has been a sporting outreach of KNEO Sports Network, reaching into communities to make a difference for eternity.